There's this new Naruto mod called the Iceeramen Naruto Project. The mod is made by the YouTuber Iceeramen. It is a mod based around multiplayer and the PvP aspects, but however it can still be played in single player. It just recently got an update a few days ago buffing all the drops for Kikigenkai and DNAs and all that, and there's plenty of modes to play with such as Curse Mark, Sage Mode, Tail Beast, Sharingan, and many more. I'm not going to be showcasing all the moves in this mod, I'm just going to be explaining how you can obtain most things and how it functions. So when you first start out, you'll get the random nature item and the clan reroll item. So for my nature, as you can see, I get an advancement when I unlock a new move or a new nature release. For my move, I got the earth spikes and substitution jutsu. Everybody gets the substitution jutsu, but everybody starts at least with one item, one jutsu for their release. And for my clan, I got the Hyuga clan, so I have to right click and then I get the advancement. One thing to note about this mod is that everything is advancement based. Basically what I mean is, as you can see, there is advancements for my release and my clan, and I need to have this unlocked first before I can use any of these moves. Now once again, I also have to have this unlocked to be able to use the move. So basically, all you have to do is have the advancement to be able to use the moves. And in the bottom right next to my hunger, you can see my chakra, which charges up when you crouch. For the substitution jutsu, I think you just look anywhere, and then you just teleport in that direction or sub anywhere nearby. For the earth spikes jutsu, I'm going to showcase it right here. It looks like it shoots out a one spike and then it spreads out everywhere else. Do that one more time. 16 damage. Another important feature of this mod is the chakra card, which shows your medical, your ninjutsu, taijutsu, kenjutsu, senjutsu, tailbeast link. Medical, every time you put a point into it, it increases your health by 1 heart. Ninjutsu increases your chakra. Taijutsu is currently a Lee only stat for one of the Lee stat moves. Then kenjutsu increases or allows you to use certain weapons. Senjutsu increases your sage chakra. Tailbeast link allows you to use more stages for tailbeast. Another thing to note is right here in the bottom right, the Iceeramen starter guide. This goes over everything in the mod, such as advancements, natures, Kikigenkai, clans, clan continue, curse mark, sage mode, taijutsu, tailbeast. And the leveling system in this mod is a little bit different than the other Naruto mods that are out there. You can upgrade your stats by XP. So basically, if I was to give myself some experience here, such as at, let's say 500 levels. Let's say I want to upgrade my medical, boom. And as you see, now I'm at 18 levels. So every time, let's say I want to hit 2 levels in medical, that would take 2 experience. Let's say I want to have 3 levels in medical, that would take 3 experience. So it goes up every time you upgrade a stat, and I'm pretty sure it caps out around 20, where after that it just costs 20 for every level. These are scrolls. These drop from any hostile mob in the game other than Slime and Enderman. They have every nature release, every Kikigenkai, every clan jutsu. This is how you'll get most of your jutsu. If I go into my advancement here for Earth, the only other jutsu is rock armor. Now let's say I killed a zombie and it dropped the rock armor scroll. All I do is hold the scroll, right click, and I'll get the advancement for the jutsu. So here is rock armor. You just right click, and it looks like I have a some type of defense. It gives you the rock armor stat and some resistance. Now if I go to my earth advancement, I have everything now. Once again, you have to have this first to be able to right click the scroll and get the jutsu. But once you have this, you have to right click the scroll and get the jutsu to be able to even use it. Now let's say the same thing happened with my Hyuga clan. Let's say I got a Hyuga scroll. We'll just take this right here. There's 3 Hyuga moves, and you can get duplicates. So I right click, it looks like I got the Byakugan item. And if I go into my advancement, yeah, I got the Byakugan. The only other moves are Air Palm and Gentle Fist. So if I right click Byakugan, looks like I get the visual cosmetic, Infinite Night Vision 2, and Infinite Strength 2. So that is just the base buff that you get for Byakugan. Now the only reason the eyes look like that is because I have a mod where my first person model shows up. But if you just play normally without that mod, it should be fine. So if we look with no taijutsu, I'm doing 10 damage with my strength 2. Now let's say I want to obtain another nature release or Keke Genkai that I didn't start with. Well, that's simple. Basically, there's a drop from hostile mobs just like the scrolls, which is DNA. You don't need any intelligence like the Matthews mod though in this one. So all I do is right click, and I got earth on that one, so if I right click again, I got crystal. And basically there is no chance for failure on an undefined DNA. You'll always get something, but you can have a failure on the DNAs that have been identified. So let's say I want to get this crystal. As you can see, it failed. I got a fire DNA, and that time it succeeded, and I get the advancement for fire. So if I just go over here, there's 3 moves for fire. And to further show you what I mean by having to have the advancement, you can see I got the vacuum wave scroll, and I don't have the wind release advancement. When I try to right click, nothing happens. If I was to get the wind release advancement, I could start learning the moves with the scroll. And let's say I want to use one of these moves, Phoenix Flower. So let's go to Jutsus, and there it is, Phoenix Flower. Or no, that's Destroyer Flame. I can't use the move. It's doing nothing right now. So what I'm gonna do is just get the Destroyer Flame scroll, right click, and I got the Jutsu. So I just hold right click, and it looks like, I don't know what the instant damage was, but it does do a fire tick after. That's also what the scrolls will look like after you kill a mob and it drops it. Ignore that, that's just the jutsu. But these are what the scrolls look like. And this is also what the DNAs look like. It'll look a little different though, because I had that one identified. Let's say I threw down an unidentified. That's what it would look like. Another thing to note about clans is there's different branches of the same clan. So you can see here's Red Hair Uzumaki and then Naruto Uzumaki. Basically the difference between these two is, this is the Karin version. There's like subcategories of each clan. This is the Karin version of the Uzumaki, and then this is base Naruto. They each come with their own separate jutsus and unique abilities. Same goes for the Uchiha. We got the Itachi, who has his own custom little category and abilities with the Sasuke Uchiha clan. So they're both Uchiha and they'll both get Sharingan, but they'll have their own separate abilities. If we take a look here, it says Curse Mark. This is how you obtain the Curse Mark. All you have to do to get Curse Mark is find the Orochimaru entity. However, I do not know exactly where he spawns or how to find him. It doesn't say it in the guide for the mod, but it does say all you have to do is kill Orochimaru and you'll get the Curse Mark 1 drop, and that'll give you the advancement to be able to use it. Now if there was, let's say you got the Curse Mark 2 drop before you got the Curse Mark 1, you have to get the Curse Mark 1 first to be able to even use Curse Mark 2. And right now the only Curse Mark is the Sasuke Curse Mark. So I'm about to kill Orochimaru. He has a total of 300 health and he didn't drop the Curse Mark. It is a chance drop. To make things easier, I'm just gonna get the Curse Mark scroll. So I just right click and I get the advancement. I got Curse Mark 1. And then you see it shows Curse Mark 1 and then goes to Curse Mark 2. To be able to use Curse Mark 1, I have to have 10 Senjutsu. And then now I should be able to use Curse Mark 1. And if yep, it is Sasuke's Curse Mark 1, which gives 5 minutes of Curse Mark 1 2, jump boost, speed, and strength. So just with a fist, it is 4 damage. With a sword, 11 damage. Now let's say I went and fought Orochimaru again, which is what you have to do to get Curse Mark 2. I right click, and I get Curse Mark 2. And then I just add 10 more Senjutsu. Right click again, and then I have the full stage Curse Mark, which gives me Jump Boost 3, Speed 2, and Strength 2. Now once again, I have a mod for first person models, so it doesn't look too good when I try to look down or anything. But with a sword, we're doing 14 damage. And then with our fist, we're doing 7. So for Sage mode, it's about the same. All you have to do is find one of these 4 entities to get in either of the Sages. Kabuto for Snake, Jiraiya for Imperfect, Sage Naruto for Perfect Toad, Hashirama for Hashirama Sage, and these will drop a scroll in order to learn the Sage move. So let's say I found Hashirama wherever he spawns, because once again, it doesn't tell you where they spawn, and I defeated him. So I'm about to defeat Hashirama here. And once again, it is a rare drop. I didn't get the scroll that time. So I choose in the Sage scroll here. I just right click and I get Hashirama Sage, which requires 60 Senjutsu. So I now have 60 Senjutsu. I just right click and I get the Hashirama Sage mode, which gives Regeneration 3, the thing for the visual effect, which lasts for 2 minutes, Jump Boost 3, Speed 2, and Strength 3. So, it doesn't look that bad. It kind of looks like a Byakugan in the eyes. And with our fist, we're doing 10 damage, and then with a netherite sword, we're doing 17, sometimes 14. To further prove my point on taijutsu, as you can see here, it is a stat that is exclusive to the Lee clan, and it is exclusive for the jutsu Strong Fist. And it also can be used for the 8 gates, where you need more taijutsu for each threshold for each gate. Now there is a few mobs that do spawn in the world only at night. We have first the White Zetsu, which is at 30 health. I'm not too sure on what he drops, but I don't think it's anything. The second mob is the Hayate mob, and once again, I'm not too sure on the drops. It doesn't really say in the guide. And on the third mob, we got the Tenten Kunai. This one, I think, drops the stone or wood katana or the shuriken or kunai. Basically weapons. The ramen guy, well, I would assume he just drops ramen, which that is in the mod. And then just recently in this update, we have the Datara boss, which I don't know where you find it at. It doesn't really say. But he does drop the clay DNA, and basically the clay DNA is the explosion, Kekkei Genkai. So if I just right click a few times, as you can see, it is a rare chance to unlock it, and I just got it there. So I got the clay DNA from the Datara, that's what he drops, the world boss, and all I do is, if I got one of the moves, the C1 spider, right click, 21 damage, 21, 10, and it just shoots out a bunch of other spiders from that original spider. Now, one thing to note for Kekkei Genkais, I'm not sure what makes up clay, but you have to have a mixture of 2 or 3 different releases to be able to use clay or any other Kekkei Genkai. So you may have to look that up as to which combinations make up which Kekkei Genkai, but I'm gonna assume for explosion it's gonna be like fire and maybe wind. Now for the last thing is tailed beast. Now I don't think these spawn naturally. You're gonna have to like cheat everything in, or I don't even think they do have some of the tailed beast mobs that you can fight, but here's all the modes. You're gonna have to give yourself the advancement if you want to use some of these. So let's say I want Shukaku stage 2 and his special move. It looks like some of the tail beasts can go up to stage 3. Some have special modes such as Kurama's KCM mode or tail beast mode. Another thing to know about tail beasts is that you can receive their jutsus from drops from entities in the wild, which are created by the dev team. Okay, so even after going into another world and a lot of testing, I can't seem to get the tail beast modes to work. I'm not sure if this is a bug that has happened in the recent update, because it worked just a few days ago when I tried this mod. However, tail beast modes don't seem to be working, but I will note that there might be a scroll you can get from a hostile drop, which is the tail beast scroll, because when you right click it, let me just get rid of these, it gives you a bunch of tail beast modes for a certain tail beast. So like this one's Saiken, and it gives you all the stages, a tail beast bomb, some moves, and the specific jutsu for that tail beast. The only other things to really note about this mod is there is a clan reroll button or item if you don't want to play with the clan that you started out with. But I'm not sure if you can get this naturally. I'm not sure if you can get it from a hostile drop. It doesn't really say. And these are all the jutsus. There is Susanoo, there is all the gates, and there's these other clans like the human beast form. There's Amaterasu, there's all these jutsus for each clan, release, Kekkei Genkai, etc. Here's all the DNAs, all the scrolls you can use to unlock your moves. There's only a limited selection of moves, and I'm not sure how you obtain it. Maybe you get it from killing the Tenten. And that is about it for this mod. It is still in development and is still getting updates. And from what I've seen, there is not any moves that do explosive damage, so you don't worry about griefing. This is a mod mainly for PvP and multiplayer, but once again, you can play it in single player. The only downside to this mod is it can be very grindy. The drop chances for everything is very low. Even after the recent update where they tripled almost everything, it is still so low. I do have a mod that I would suggest to play with if you don't want to grind too much, and that is the Young's Better Dungeons. Find one of the dungeons around the world, maybe set up a little barricade or something, and just go ahead and start killing a bunch of zombies. Eventually you will get a bunch of scrolls. This hasn't been a long video, that's mainly due to me not showcasing all the moves. I wanted to change the direction of my videos into more of a showing you how to actually unlock everything than showcasing every move. Anyway guys, I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.